Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will discuss about the crisis counseling with Jimsel, Renz, and Jan Rugin. So when we say crisis, it is refers not just for a traumatic event or experience but to individual response to the situation. So crisis is nag-refer siya kuno hindi lamang sa traumatic event, for example like typhoons and other disasters experiences, but also kung paano i-handle sang individuals ang amo na ang sitwasyon. So the events kuno is naga-trigger this crisis can run to the life experiences from developmental hurdles to natural disasters to the death of loved ones. So this also a crisis situation is when there's a family kuno nga mga may napatay during the disasters and other crises. So crisis counseling kuno is also nagahabulig ni siya para mabuligan ang isa ka tawo by offering through assistance and support. And so for example is during the Typhoon Yolanda, the different agencies and non-government agencies is nagahatag sila sa mga food assistance and support. So the roots of modern day crisis counseling date back ni siya sa World War I and World War II. So before this time, we have the professionals, what we call the professionals army social workers, which nagabulig ni siya sa mga aton nga mga soldiers para nga mabulong ang ilang nga mga traumatic experiences during the World War I and II and other disasters or crisis nga man nga naga-experience sang aton nga mga sundalo.
Okay, next. Things to remember when doing crisis counseling. First, we should assess extent and acuity of all problem areas. Diri examine ta ang duration sang iya problema kag what would we say with the acuity? This is it is a observation sang iya problema. Use appropriate therapeutic response. Diri mo pangitaan sang nagakaigo nga solusyon ang iya nga problema. Protocol of crisis counseling. Establish rapport. Diri ka ma-build up sang relationship sa imong client para nga sa hatagan niya ka sang bugos nga pagsalig. Daw diri nablangan di na sa magbinutay kami salig sa simo, istorya sa imong tanan nga problema. Kay nagapati sa nga mambuligan mo sa kag baylo man mabuligan niya man ka sa iya nga problema. Daw bali daw ginasaysaya simo para dugang lang balang mga info about sa iya problema. Tell their story. Identify major problems. Diri mo lang tawon ang kung ano gid bala ang pinakaginugatan sang iya problema. Assess for safety issues. Deal with feelings. Diri mo na sa i-console mo na sa kung sa ano gid man ang iyang nagakabatyagan sa iya subong nga current nga problem. Explore alternatives. Diri mo naman diri ka na ma-formulate ka na sang diri ka na magpangita sang imo nga solusyon. Kag develop action plan, diri mo na i-execute ang solusyon nga kung paano mapatigayon. If appropriate, make referrals sa kung makadto ka na sa mga nagakaigo nga mga ahensya ug mga tawo nga makabulig sa iya. Elements of crisis counseling. Crisis counseling involves assessment, planning, and treatment, but the scope is generally much more specific. Crisis intervention is focused on minimizing the stress of the event. Diri sa crisis intervention, nang gina-focus siya nga mapano mapagamay bala ang stress sa event ng mga stressful nga mga hitabo, providing emotional support and improving the individual's coping strategies in the here and now.
Assessing the situation involves listening to the client, asking questions, and determining what the individual needs to cope effectively with the crisis. Define the problem while at the same time acting as a source of empathy. Bali, acceptance and support, it is also essential to ensure client safety both physically and psychologically. Education. People who are experiencing a crisis need information about their current condition and the steps they can take to minimize the damage. During crisis counseling, mental health workers often help the client understanding that their reactions are normal tempor- but temporary. Next. One of the mo- one of the most important One of the most important elements of crisis counseling involves providing support and stabilization and resources. Offering this kind of non-judgmental support during a crisis can help reduce stress, improve coping.
So continuing with number 4, developing coping skills, is to providing support. Crisis counselors also help clients develop coping skills to deal with the immediate crisis. This might involve helping the client explore different solutions to the problem, practicing stress reduction techniques, and encouraging positive thinking. So it is also about helping the client to make a commitment to continue utilizing the skills in the future. So the goals of crisis counseling: safety. First is safety. Ensures the individual is safe. If lethality existed before crisis counseling, this risk has been reduced and resources, if available, have been provided. Next goal is stability. Stability is to ensures the individual is stable and has a short-term plan which includes mastery of self and the emergency or disaster situation. And last goal is connection. Connection helps connect the individual to formal and informal resources and support. If resources or supports are not readily available, crisis counseling helps the individual pursue potential natural supports or resources. So that's all for our report, and thank you for listening.